Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Madison and welcome to my channel. I hope that you stick around. If you're not new here, welcome back. Today's video, I really wanted to do a teacher tag video, which I've seen going around forever. I just never sat down to film it. So I thought today would be the day that I would sit down and answer all of your guys' questions, all of the most commonly asked questions, I would say, regarding my teaching journey. So I thought I would make it a little bit more fun and get ready while I answer the questions. So without me talking anymore, let's just go ahead and get on into it. Hi friends, I probably just went from 100 to 0 from what you just saw. Why is my hair wet? Why am I in a robe? Well, I thought it would be fun to do the teacher tag, but while I get ready. And I love watching videos of people getting ready from like 0 to 100, from like straight out the shower, wet hair and all, because I love to watch like makeup, hair, and outfit. So if you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Madison. I am a first year second grade teacher, and if you've been here for a while, thank you so much for being here. You know by now that I do like to mix my teaching and style, beauty, makeup, fashion, all of that kind of into one channel, and that's kind of what this channel is all about. It's just my life and everything I'm passionate about, and that includes teaching, makeup, outfits, style, fashion, fitness, all of that stuff. So you get a little bit of everything when you're here with me, but I have been seeing this teacher tag going around, and basically there are a ton of different teacher tags. There's a pandemic teacher tag, there's a first year teacher tag, there's a why I want to be a teacher tag, but I'm just doing like the general teacher tag video today where I just explain who I am, how I got started teaching, what I do, grade, year, all of that, because I know there are a lot of new friends around here and I often get questions about where I teach, what I teach, all of that stuff. So I thought I would just get into it in this video, and while I talk about that, I'm just going to do my makeup, hair, outfit, and you'll get to see the final transformation at the end of the video. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get on into the questions. Okay, so I just screenshotted some questions from a teacher tag video I found on YouTube, and I'm just going to be reading off the questions from there. Number one is, what do you teach and where? So I thought we would go ahead and just start with that. So I teach second grade and I live in Columbia, Missouri. How long have you been teaching? I have been teaching, this is actually, I'm glad that we are getting into this right now because, hold on, I'm so bad at multitasking. I just picked out like the heaviest, darkest foundation and I'm very pale, so we gotta go with the light one. Anyway, so I get a lot of questions about this because I often say I am a first year teacher, but I refer back to teaching last year. So I'll just clear that up real quick. And I do have a video, which I'll link right here, all about my first year teaching, if you would like to watch that. But basically I graduated from college in December of 2019, and I was lucky enough to get a teaching job right out of college in January. But whenever you get a teaching job right out of college, that means it is the middle of the school year for elementary school. So I came into a classroom mid-year with a classroom that had a lot of behavior problems and just had like zero structure, and that's pretty much why the teacher left. So I came in mid-year and had to take over that classroom, so I considered that like my first year teaching, even though I only taught half a year because that was spring 2020. So as you know, the pandemic hit in March of 2020, so I taught January through May, but we were virtual March through May. So I taught half a year. That was my first classroom, but this year, the 2020-2021 school year, is technically my first full year of teaching, and that is how I refer to it. I usually say that this is my first full year of teaching. People often ask me, how many years have you been teaching? And I just say, this is my first year. But technically I've been teaching 1.5 years. Next up, did you always know you wanted to be a teacher? No, I did not always know that I wanted to be a teacher. That is something I have talked about a lot because I get a lot of questions from younger girls or girls in high school or college or just people in general that are interested in going into education. They say, how did you know it's the right fit for you? And to be honest, I don't have any sort of profound story where I knew I wanted to be a teacher since I was 5 years old, and that typical story that you hear a lot of other teachers tell. My path was a lot different. I don't have a lot of teachers in my family. In fact, I only know of one uncle that I grew up with that was a middle school teacher. But other than that, I was not raised around teachers or the teaching lifestyle. I knew absolutely nothing about it. And to be honest, the only way I can explain it is I was in my second, almost third year of college. I was a business major and I was just not enjoying college. I was not excited to graduate college, and everybody that I went to school with was so excited to graduate and start their jobs. And so I pretty much just sat down with myself one night and said, okay, Madison, what do you want to do? What could you see yourself doing that would make you happy whenever you graduate? And I closed my eyes and no joke, I pictured myself teaching. And for some reason, I pictured myself teaching in my own 5th grade classroom. And so that sort of just manifested itself. That night I visualized it and I decided that night, you know what, I want to be a teacher. I've always loved kids. I've been a nanny for years. I've been a tutor. I love working with kids. And I was like, you know what, this is it. This is what I want to do. And I went to my counselor the next day, changed my major, and started studying for the MOGIA test, which is the test you have to take to get accepted into the education program. It went super quick. But the cool part of that story is that day I kind of manifested and pictured and visualized myself in my 5th grade classroom for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's because my own 5th grade teacher, she was just like my favorite teacher growing up. She was like the epitome of what I wanted to be if I was a teacher. And so fast forward 2 years, I was planning for my student teaching, which you do your last semester typically of college before you graduate. And either the college places you in a classroom or you get to request to student teach in a classroom of your choosing. At least that's how my college does it. And so I knew right away that I wanted to student teach with my 5th grade teacher. And whenever I looked into it, she was still teaching in my exact same elementary school in the exact same classroom that I visualized myself teaching in. So it kind of came full circle. I reached out to her. I was so nervous that she wouldn't remember me, or that she wouldn't be willing to take a student teacher, but she emailed me back very quickly and was just so warm and welcoming. I should have known because that's just how she is and how I remember her from 5th grade. And she said she remembered me, and she said, of course, I would love to have you in my classroom. And so fast forward another semester, I was student teaching in my own 5th grade classroom, the exact same room with my own 5th grade teacher. And it literally, the vision that I had that night at home alone, it came to life. I remember standing in front of the classroom teaching, and it was so surreal because exactly what I visualized that night was happening right in front of my eyes. So yeah, I'm kind of a big nerd when it comes to manifestation and all that, especially because of my experience with it personally. I know y'all didn't ask for a whole spirituality manifestation lesson, but you got one. What is your typical teacher outfit of the day? So on a lighter note, if you guys have not seen, I have made a couple teacher outfit of the weeks, which I will link right here for you guys to watch, so that you can kind of see what my typical teacher outfit of the day is. But I will say my style has changed a lot since I started teaching. When I was in college and I was going through my practicums and I was in and out of classrooms, I had the funkiest style. I thought teachers had to wear bright colors and like polka dots and patterns, and I mean, if you do, it's cute. It's just, I thought you had to wear that. I don't know where I got this from, like movies, I don't know. So I literally bought all of the colors. All of the colors. I had yellow cardigans, red cardigans, blue, green, purple. I had every color cardigan, every color pant. I had polka dot pants, striped pants, you name it. And that's what I wore. And it was cute. I mean, looking back, like I looked cute. But it's just not me, it's not my style, and I realized that very quickly. So I had changed my style pretty quickly. So now I would say I just like to go for jeans and a cute top, something casual. I like wearing leggings with sweaters. Obviously every school has a different dress code, but my school is pretty relaxed when it comes to that, so I pretty much just wear whatever I'm comfortable in. So jeans and like a cute cardigan, not a yellow one, just like a cute one, neutral colored cardigan, and flats or boots or leggings with sweater and boots. I don't know. Watch my outfit of the week and you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. What do you usually bring for lunch? Okay guys, I promise a grocery haul and what I eat as a teacher video is going to be coming. But the reason why I haven't really been in a hurry to film it is because I am still working on my diet. It has been a struggle for me for my whole life really, but especially this past year I have gotten really into working out and fitness and my health. But I will say my diet is my biggest struggle because I love to eat. Bottom line, I love to eat. I love carbs. I love snacking. I'm a big snacker. I love chips. I love fast food. I just love all food and I like to eat a lot of food. And ultimately that's what led me to start gaining weight when I started entering my mid-20s. So I have been really working on it, and I think I have kind of nailed down what works for me, what works for my body. Everybody is different, and that's why I think it's important to keep in mind when you do hear what other teachers eat or what other people eat, or you know, you watch a grocery haul, that doesn't mean that you need to go out and buy those exact same things, because your body could function completely different than their body and need completely different food and vitamins than that person's body. So just keep that in mind. But if you guys are all interested in seeing that, I can definitely film a like grocery shop with me and grocery haul, what I eat in a week, lunch, food, dinner, whatever you guys want to see. Comment down below what would be interesting for you. Who was your favorite teacher? Well, I already answered this, but my 5th grade teacher was definitely my favorite teacher. I had a lot of good teachers growing up. I mean, I have a lot of really memorable teachers. A really cool experience for me was my 1st grade teacher was still working at my elementary school that I student taught at, and I passed her in the hallway and I probably scared her because I was like, oh my gosh, and she was like, and she obviously would not recognize me. I mean, I was 23 at the time and I was obviously 6 years old whenever she had me in 1st grade. So she didn't recognize me, but after me talking to her, she ended up looking me up, I guess, in one of her like yearbooks, and she put in my little student teacher mailbox a little gift and a really sweet letter saying, I do remember you, you were so sweet, blah blah blah. And it was just really special, and I actually got to observe her classroom that year and watch her teach, and it was so surreal because she was in the exact same classroom, and you know, 15 years later, wait, no, like 17 years later, I was in that same classroom, but this time I was getting to observe her teach and prepare for my own classroom, which was really special, and I actually learned a lot from her. She was an amazing teacher, and I feel like as a child you don't really realize it, but watching her back, I was like, wow, I'm glad I had her. Who are some of your favorite teacher YouTubers or Instagrammers? So I have a lot, and they're always, like when I get this question, it's always hard for me to think of them off the top of my head. So I will go ahead and leave a list of some of my favorite teacher YouTubers and Instagrammers right here, and I'll tag them down below as well if you would like to follow them. What is one of your best classroom management tips? Ooh, I like this one. I have always wanted to film a video. Sorry, my towel on the top of my head is like falling off. I have always wanted to film one of these videos of like my top best classroom management tips or something about like behaviors, just because like I said, when I was thrown into that first half year of teaching, I had a classroom full of behaviors, so I really had to nail down my classroom and behavior management, and it was something I feel like college did not prepare me for. And unfortunately and fortunately, student teaching, I had the best classroom, like 0 behaviors. They were all angels, and that's not my, student teaching experience's fault. That's just like what the cards I got dealt. But I was not prepared for a classroom like that, so I had to do a lot of research, and that was when I found a lot of my favorite Instagrammers and teacher YouTubers, and I followed a lot of their advice and guidance, and really it was just a lot of trial and error. And I finally, right before we went on our lockdown in March, I started making a lot of progress with my class, and even my principal said it was like night and day with that classroom, which was like, it really meant a lot to me because I put in so much work. But ultimately, I would say, and I know you guys hear it all the time, that forming those relationships is so important. I could tell a big reason behind my my old classes' behaviors was they didn't have a good relationship with their teacher, and ultimately that's why she left. And they just didn't, if your students don't respect you or like you, it's really hard for them to care what you have to say, or whenever you are telling them what to do. So at the beginning of every year, I like to have like little one-on-one conferences with each kiddo and just like get to know them one-on-one individually, and just like build that relationship right off the bat, however that looks like for you, whether that's like getting serious with them or getting silly with them or just talking about themselves and getting to know them better. But another one of my top classroom management tips, I will say, is just consistency. So at the beginning of the year, you know that you really have to drill those procedures hard. So practicing how to get in line quietly, how to come to the carpet, different procedures like that, you have to practice very, very consistently, and you cannot lower your expectations. So just as high as your expectations are on that first day of school, keep those expectations throughout the entire school year. And it's okay if your kids need a refresher every now and then, but one thing I love to do is, kids, especially the younger kiddos, they love when most of them love when attention's on them, and they love to be like the star of the show. So I love to say, can I have one person show me how it's supposed to look when we come to the carpet? And that just gets all the kids engaged. And whenever that one person comes to the carpet, I love to point out everything they did correctly. So I'll say, oh, I love how so-and-so pushed in their chair. I love how so-and-so came over quickly and quietly. Point out those positive things that they're doing. I am a big believer in positive behavior reinforcements, and I think that's just how I run my classroom, by positive behavior reinforcement constantly. And if there are negative behaviors, I deal with those on the side. So I'll pull that student aside, talk to them one-on-one, not embarrass them in front of the classroom. And if you have a particular student that is kind of harder to connect with, harder to build that relationship with, and you notice that they're acting out a lot, I still like to point out those positive behaviors. And even if it's for a split second that they're sitting there quietly doing their work, point it out immediately. Say, oh, I love how so-and-so's sitting there quietly doing their work. And they may not get a lot of that positive behavior reinforcement back at home, so that could really change the game for them when at school they are rewarded for that positive behavior. And so I find that has been huge for me, and it's worked for me thus far. What is one reason you decided to become a teacher? So I would say, or just reasons why I love being a teacher in general, is obviously the kids have a huge factor in that. I think if you didn't love kids, it would be a very tough job to get through day to day, because obviously you're surrounded by kids all the time. But personally, what I love most about teaching is that every single day is different, and there's a lot of activity in the day. I'm the type of person, if I just sit down my entire day and stare at a screen, I will fall asleep, I'll check out, I won't put in effort. I just can't work like that. But as a teacher, every day you face new challenges, you have a lot of human interaction, you're constantly doing new things, you're constantly up, moving around, walking around, helping students, working with students, and it just makes the day go by quicker, and it just keeps every day fun and I don't know, I just love that about teaching, that I rarely ever am like bored or tired really at work. Obviously at the end of the day I'm exhausted, but during my work hours I often feel really stimulated and engaged and interested and passionate about what I'm doing, and I just can't think of a lot of other jobs that would really do that for me other than YouTube. I'm gonna get a Q-tip to get some of the mascara that I got on my eyelids, and then I'm gonna do my hair. Okay, I'm back. I brushed out my hair. I put all of the products in it that I use, and now to do my hair, I use the X brush. This is very similar to the Revlon blow dry brush, but it's from Amazon. I love it, works the exact same. I cannot imagine not using this now. I don't know where it's been my whole life. I don't know how I ever did my hair before this, but it's perfect for especially thick, curly, dry, rough, coarse hair like mine, because this just like really gets in there. It gives it like that blowout effect, and it just makes it smoother. It lays flatter, just lays better, and it just looks so much better than using a regular blow dryer. I go in with this, blow dry my entire head, get it dry, blowed out, and then I go in with this Hot Tools Signature Series. I believe this is the 1.5 inch curling wand. I love this curling wand. I got this off of Amazon as well, and I mainly use this not only just to put like light waves in my hair, but the heat from the curling iron really tames my hair and just helps it lay better, similar to why I use the blow dryer. So I'm obviously going to speed up through this, otherwise we'll be here for another hour and a half watching me do this. So let me blow dry my hair real quick. And it's as easy as that. Just kidding, that took me probably 30 minutes, and I went ahead and changed as well. I love to just watch like a YouTube video while I'm getting ready. Today I turned on a Jaclyn Hill get ready with me video. Those are always so fun to watch while I'm getting ready. So yeah, this is the final outcome, makeup, hair, and I will show you my outfit right here. I decided to just go for a simple outfit. I am working from home today, so I'm not obviously going to dress up. This is one of my favorite tops from Aerie. It looks so cute with some high-waisted leggings, and then these are just my black Lululemon Align leggings, and obviously not wearing any shoes since I am going to be home all day. But yeah, that is it. This is the look, this is the hair, makeup, outfits. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching this teacher tag get ready with me video. It was so much fun to film. Drop below in the comments if you have any other questions that you want me to answer for you guys. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate you all so much. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe down below. Also follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.